Today we're harvesting a field of medium grain, and we're right in the middle of a 150-acre field right now that we hope to finish today.
The fall rice harvest is in full swing just north of Sacramento, California. Al Montna and his daughter Nicole Montna Van Vleck have a decision to make. The moisture level in the rice is a little high, so they may need to wait to complete the harvest.
Because of that, maybe coming back Saturday or maybe through the weekend to Monday.
What might seem like a minor detail can have a larger impact on their bottom line. Higher moisture means longer drying time for the rice, and that translates into higher costs and less profit. It's the kind of decision that requires gut instinct and a keen knowledge of their crop, handed down from generation to generation.
Montna Farms has been in this region since the late 1850s. My grandfather was a French immigrant. He was a farm laborer and became a walnut and tree farmer. And he had 7 children, and one of those was my father. And he became the first rice grower in the family in the 1930s. And that heritage has now come to me and to my family.
Preserving that heritage has prompted Al to focus on the future. Environmental efforts like new solar panels save energy in running the farm's huge drying facilities. And the family has made a commitment to protecting the wildlife that shares their fields.
I think the thing we're most proud of, I'm personally most proud of, is our commitment that we've made to waterfowl and migratory birds. Because I've seen the great success story of this region going from some birds to now, and at times, hundreds of thousands of birds in this region.
What's in the field here today are white-faced ibis, and when I came to the ranch, I never saw them. Very, very rarely. Now they're here in colonies. They're hard to move off. I'll send the dog or the kids off sometimes to see if we can move them along, and they just move to the next check. They really enjoy it here.
You came back to the farm 20 years ago, and essentially around the same time that the birds started coming back, right?
Yeah. Well, these especially. This species in particular has seemed to really flourish in the last 20 years.
Farmers flood the rice fields after harvest to break down the remaining rice straw. Those fields provide food for birds. That has attracted the attention and support of environmental organizations like the Nature Conservancy and Audubon Society. It also brings out bird watchers to catch a glimpse of rare and beautiful wild birds.
Rice fields have largely replaced traditional wetlands in California. We've lost more than 90% of the original wetlands in our state. So rice fields now operate as surrogate wetlands to more than 200 wildlife species. Millions of ducks and geese and many other species that utilize the flyway rely on rice fields for food and a resting place.
A severe statewide drought has meant reduced water flow to farmers like the Montnas. This year, the family isn't able to grow rice on a third of their ground due to the cutbacks. Historically, agriculture in California has used 80% of the state's water supply. And as usage across the state is scrutinized, farmers are forced to demonstrate the benefits of their usage beyond the harvested crop.
We are providing jobs, and jobs in these communities where rice is grown is so vital, because in counties up here like Sutter County, Yuba County, which is next door, Colusa County up the street, Butte County, rice is almost 50% of the economy. Those towns would be hit very, very severely, those little towns that are dotted up and down Highway 99 and I-5, by the lack of a rice crop. Beyond that, this habitat value. In a normal year, if you have 300 of the 500,000 acres flooded for the ducks and geese, that provides food for those ducks and geese, 60% of their food. They would run out of food in a normal year in January. If we don't have water this winter for the ducks and geese to help decompose the straw, it doesn't provide the habitat, it doesn't provide the food. So they're going to run out of food even sooner, which makes them the viability of the flyway puts that in question without enough water.
As Al Montna hands the farm management to the next generation, the family's environmental effort is a large part of ensuring their success.
The reins are being passed to Nicole as we speak. She runs this company, and I'm very proud to be the coach. And her sister's also involved. I drive up and down these roads and I point out to my family, you see that family's name on that street sign? You see that one? They're gone. And we're hopefully not going to have that happen to our family operation. It's almost impossible to describe the pride that we have about the legacy of passing this on.